Alright, we're back. I don't know what that was all about. Apparently my connection to the server also was lost. Well, anyways, Wolong. Wolong, it looks pretty fun. I played it for a bit and it is pretty fun, at least as far as the demo goes. Can't wait. And then, let's see. Oh. I know, this, transition to me. Hello. It's me here. And, while the internet was out, I decided to spend some time working on a new personal project, a bit of artificing, as it were. And here, let's pull up this photo here, see if you can see it. Okay, that's really bright. Let me turn down the brightness, see if it'll help. Also, maybe turn off this light. Yeah, there you go. Making a necklace. Like that. And, so I'm starting to work on that. I've got the wood that I want to use. It's this block here of, Hawaiian koa wood. Should be pretty nice. I got this. Hey! We're back again! What the heck is going on? I guess some little blips from, that internet outage. Still, that's going to be annoying if it keeps happening. I might not be able to stream Final Fantasy XIV after all, because it keeps just cutting out and then back in and then back out and back in. Arrgh. Anyways, I was originally thinking sandalwood, and difficult to get a hold of, so I found this koa, which is very similar to sandalwood and still has a kind of a oceany theme that I wanted. And then I got some sea glass, which I've got. It was one piece that I cut into two, and as you can see, I've been polishing this piece. This is just for, I still have this piece and I've kind of shaped it a little bit and roughly sanded it, but I'm not gonna polish it yet unless I decide to actually use it. But look at how shiny this piece is. Yeah, it did look like this earlier today, but then because of that internet outage, I decided to go ahead and polish it. Looking real nice. Coming along. Once I'm done polishing it, then I'll get to work on the wood itself. I didn't want to cut or shape the wood at all until I had the sea glass completely to the shape that it's going to be. That way I can make sure that it's going to fit. This does not bode well. At all. I wonder if it's just, because internet service just came back, maybe there's a lot of people trying to get back onto the internet, and then there's such an influx that it's crashing their systems. Maybe. I really hope that this doesn't continue like this over and over and over, because that's... Ugh! I hate internet issues. Well, I guess we won't jump into the game just yet. Not till it's been stable for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm working on that necklace. Gotta cut off a chunk of this wood and start shaping it. I'm thinking that I'm going to cut off like a chunk here and then kind of shape it this way around the gem. We'll see. I mean, if that doesn't work out, then I've got plenty more to work with. Figure things out. But yeah, so in Final Fantasy XIV here, when we left off, let's think. We dealt with the Warriors of Darkness, and let's see. We were gathering the group leaders together for something. Can't quite recall what, but we're currently in New Gridania. Seriously. Ah! So annoying. Especially because it just cuts out and then right back. Cuts out right back. This sucks. Because it boots me out of the game and then I have to wait because it says character selected was not properly logged out or is currently logged in on another client. Logging character out. Please wait to log in again. It's, not to mention the stream cutting out and then cutting back in and cutting out, cutting back in. Yeah, this is real rough. Real rough. Waiting to be let back in. Now loading. Okay. So as I was saying, Saranawa is, Sir Menelaine was there leading the garrison alongside Anawa. After leaving instructions to strengthen Querthus' defenses, Sir Emeric departs for the council. Travel to the Black Shroud and rendezvous with the Lord Commander New Gridania. Yes. That's where we currently are. Gonna wait it out, see if the internet cuts out again. Don't want to be in the middle of a conversation and then lose connection and then come back and then I guess we can transition to the game. Just been looking at things like I kind of want to level a monk soon just so I can use this. Look at that. It looks sick. The only downside is that you have to start as a pugilist and then go into monk, and that means I'm gonna have to start at level 1 pugilist and then level it all the way to 60 before I can use these claws. It's rough. Real rough. But we shall see if my internet will stabilize. Also, I think I might be coming down with a cold, which is why I'm blowing my nose a lot. Which sucks, but at least it's on a weekend, so I don't have to worry about taking time off work or whatever. Alright, I think we're gonna try. Hopefully it's stable now. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Yeah, what were we doing here again? It's been a week. He's ready to attend the council. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yeah. Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Ah, the honor guard that will escort them over to the Lotus. Yeah, I'll be with you in a moment. I'll just Ethernet transport myself. Come on. No. There we go. I want to go to Conjurer's Guild. Hello, Silent Conjurer. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you put... Ah, and the Leminsen party as well. Yeah. It's Merlvib and Dragon Lady. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Janosia, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Yes, Yugiri. Lady Genasia, I was glad to hear from Yo that the missing scions have now been found. Nodders. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire.
Ah, yes.
When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
Now I recall the Griffin there and the Resistance are planning to take the wall between was it Alamigo and the Garlean troops, or perhaps it was between Alamigo and the rest of this continent here. Either way, they're planning to take the wall back from the Garleans, and then the Garleans are obviously going to counterattack. Thing that nobody else knows, though, is that the Griffins have the the Griffin has the two eyes of Nidhogg.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
Yeah.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Hmm. That is the question, because if the Garleans find out that Gridania and Linza Laminza and everyone are all prepping for war, they might think that we are prepping to assault the Garleans. Strike first. And that could lead to them deciding to strike before we could strike, and then yeah, could be problematic. What's this here? Yeah, Mardana, or sorry, Thanolin, Gridania, and Lanasia here. And of course, Ishgard, you know, all these people prepping at the walls. I think Girabania here is the place. Is it? Hold up. Because, isn't Little Alamigo down here somewhere? Yeah. So where is that wall again? Huh. I don't know. Anyways. Hey, Alphino. That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Master Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alice. How wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Genosia for serving as our escort before other duties called her away. I also wish to thank you, or thank our Doman ally. Oh, hello. What are you doing over there? Yugiri? Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies unnecessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray, convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalymo and Yida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Guess we're going off to Revenant's Atoll. Back to the Rising Stones. Let's have a look at those quests we're on. Let's see. An allied decision. Almost done, and there's only 2 more in 3.5. And then just 4 more after that, and we're into Stormblood. Yeah. Welcome back, Genosia. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. Shrug. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Let's take a look here. I guess I'm gonna put that one. Griffin on the wall. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. I'm sure. Shall head on inside. Yes, enter the Rising Stones. Ah, you are returned from the council, but what of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be all right, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision? Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance.
Ida, you cannot seriously... One does not lightly go to war with the Galean Empire.
Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course.
It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, the secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo.
Which may equally serve as a way in?
Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want. I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryle and I will detect our energies elsewhere. What of you, Levelier? Leveliers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Genosia? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and, while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask you that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? Nodders. Nope. Nopers. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you.
I just like having a cold.
If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's Wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top.
Indeed. Alphino near the Hawthorne Hut. Let's see. Let's get teleporting now. All right. There he is.
Ah, there you are. Come. Amerise's spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments on the wall, or at the wall.
Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth.
Indeed. I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Never a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand, rather than the neck. So, which is it to be? 'Twould be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalymo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us.
Nodders.
To the spire, then. Not far. Not far at all. Hold up. Oh yes, this would be the Allegan Spire, correct? The Crystal Spire, or is it... No, it's completely separate. Hello, Scout. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officers? You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Pippin! Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I think he had an Irish accent-ish. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves... Seriously? Seriously, in the middle of a conversation? I rather dislike it. And we have to wait for the queue. Why must it be this way, huh? Internet? Why must you cut out and back in? And why is that enough to kick me, like, boot me from the server? Immediately. There have been plenty of times where my internet cut out and it just took a little while for it to boot me from the server, and you know, I could still run around. I would hope that it would be able to just, like, you know, lag for a bit and then kick back in when my internet kicks in. But no, it boots me immediately. Yeah, welcome. Proceed. I already said these bits. Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged after watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honour it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Not so much anymore, eh? Those are fires. Report. What? 7. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. Or someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Great. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think that we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Junosia, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Huh. I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Nodders. Woo, boo, doo, woo, doo, woo. Oh boy. Flippin' Griffin. Forward, comrades! Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. This is getting extremely annoying.